Welcome back, friends. My name is Zephyr, and in today's video, we're going to be taking a look at the brand new Last of Us Part 2 gameplay presentation that just came out today. I'm a very big Last of Us Part 1, I guess you'd say, fan. I really like the original a lot. Thought it had phenomenal gameplay and incredible story. I'm really excited for Part 2, and I've actually been doing a really good job of staying away from spoilers, staying away from the chat section, comment section. I'm going to be diving right into this video. I'm going to be taking a look at it, kind of giving you my reactions, my impressions. I'm super excited. Without any further ado, let's dive right in. It would probably help too if I turn the audio up. Or on. Maybe. All right.
I know you wish things were different. I wish things were different. Ellie! But they ain't.
Graphics of Joel are crazy.
Please stop.
Graphics of all of them, like the way the eyes move. I'm super excited for this game.
I'm leaving tomorrow.
I'm not going to touch anything first time.
We'd be leaving Jackson vulnerable.
So they just get to get away with this?
How'd you find us?
You can't stop this.
I want what you want. But not at any cost.
Man, I can't get over these graphics. They look so good.
I really hope you make it.
Jeez. Like the expressions on their face. These are some insane
I have to finish it.
facial expressions for video game characters.
There's a cost.
We could have killed you. Maybe you should have.
I'm so excited. I'm getting like chills right now.
I'm Neil
man.
Druckmann, Vice President of Naughty Dog and the Director of The Last of Us Part 2. We're just a few weeks away from launch on June 19th, when the game will finally be in your hands. The wait has been long, and we're extremely grateful for your patience, especially now in the midst of these unprecedented and
All the
challenging
rocks are,
times.
like shining underneath.
We hope
them.
you're all taking care of
Insane.
yourselves, and that you,
It's
your
probably
friends,
cinematic.
and your loved
This
ones are
can't be
doing
in
well.
game.
Because of these extraordinary circumstances, we can't be
No way
together
this
in
is
this
in
final
game. This just
stretch
looks-
and
the
share the
water looks
experience
way
like
too
we
good
usually
to be in
would.
game.
So today we're trying something different. Something we've never done before. Over the next 20 minutes or so, we're going to give you an in-depth look into what awaits you in The Last of Us Part 2, including new details about the gameplay experience and story. And to cap it all off, we'll be showing a never-before-seen, lengthy gameplay sequence. You'll definitely want to stick around for that.
I don't know what
Looks so
happened.
good.
I was supposed to take her to the Fireflies and walk away. They were actually going to make a cure. The only catch, it would kill her.
The Last of Us Part 2 picks up Ellie and Joel's story several years after the events of the first game. Ellie and Joel have settled in Jackson, Wyoming, amongst a thriving community of survivors.
Jackson, Wyoming.
With the threats of the world kept outside the town's walls, Jackson has been able to find relative peace and even stability. Ellie is now 19, lives on her own, and has been able to forge lasting relationships within the community.
God, these graphics look
Scale
so
of 1 to
good,
10.
man.
How would you
Just look at their like
rate
facial
our
expression.
kiss from last night?
This is so freaking good. Like Ellie's
However,
eyes are
This
incredible.
peace is short-lived. Jackson and Ellie suffer a violent and traumatizing event. Ellie sets off back into the treacherous outside world in search of retribution and justice. Her journey will take her to new parts of the country previously unexplored in The Last of Us. The story spans multiple seasons and climates, from the snow-capped mountains of Jackson to the lush Pacific Northwest.
Pacific Northwest.
Each introduces a wide range of exterior and interior environments for you to navigate and explore, rendered in meticulous detail and unprecedented scale with the latest iteration of the Naughty Dog engine.
Naughty Dog
Our goal
engine.
was to make these environments not only beautiful, but feel as grounded and authentic to the cities they're based on as possible.
Dude, this looks insane.
Much of the story unfolds in what remains of Seattle, a massive former quarantine zone. Its locales are incredibly diverse, spanning a
All right, I
dense
live in
city
Washington
center
State,
with a
so
skyline of
this is gonna be
towering
based in
high-rises
Seattle. It's gonna be
to the
very
beautiful
interesting
suburbs
for me.
and stormy waterfronts that surround it. The city exhibits drastic shifts in architecture, elevation, and weather. And with Part 2, we've introduced new traversal mechanics that afford greater exploration and ways to navigate threats. Ellie is not only able to climb and jump over gaps, but she can use ropes to scale vertical terrain or swing over obstacles, allowing you to discover new areas, resources, and side narratives.
It's just how grounded movement.
These more open
gameplay
environments
is.
also create new strategic
This looks
considerations
just
in
like it
combat,
too.
whether it's to get the jump on enemies or bypass them entirely. The Last of Us Part 2 features some of the largest environments we've ever created. Horseback riding will allow Ellie to quickly cover some of these expansive terrains. Some streets are so flooded that a boat is required to navigate them. However,
This looks
the
pretty
world
cool.
of The Last of Us is as lush and inviting as it is deadly. As Ellie uncovers the past of finding
Seattle,
those
man.
who have wronged her, she must face
It's gonna be
the many
interesting
threats
to
of this
see.
unknown city. In the wake of the pandemic and the fall of the quarantine zone, Seattle has become a war zone, where two warring factions find themselves in an ongoing conflict for territory and resources. One of these groups is the Washington
Trespassers
Liberation
killed on
Front,
sight.
otherwise known as the WLF. The WLF are a militia group that began as resistance to the military occupation of Seattle and eventually wrestled control of the city from them. They are highly trained, organized, and well-equipped with weapons they stole from the army. They occupy much of the city, imprisoning or killing trespassers on sight.
This part looks super sick. Like that you can hide through grass and walk through them. Oh, can't wait to try that.
On the other side of this bloody conflict is a group of religious zealots called the Seraphites, or Scars, defined by the self-inflicted deep cuts that they bear across their faces.
Interesting.
Like the
Religious
WLF, they're deeply
zealots?
tribalistic and territorial.
Again, like
They're known for being stealthy,
Bioshock
using
Infinite
overgrowth as
vibes.
cover, and they use more silent weapons like bows and arrows.
Clip her wings.
But beyond this conflict among survivors, the threat that originally brought the world to its knees is very much present. Every human is in danger of falling victim to the infected. There are the recently infected runners, who are more numerous and aggressive in this game. The blind but extremely deadly clickers, and the stalkers, who sneak and hide until they're ready to attack, surprising their victims with extreme agility and brutal violence. The Last of Us Part 2 introduces new stages of infected, such as the Shamblers. Large, heavily armored enemies that are covered in pustule. Upon getting close to you, they expel a corrosive spore cloud that burns its victims. But our most terrifying and lethal new forms of infected will have to wait until you play the game for yourselves.
holding off on showing us some stuff. I like
Overcoming
that.
these threats will
I like
require
that.
careful consideration of how you approach every combat encounter and how you leverage Ellie's unique skills, equipment, and the environment to your advantage.
Maybe like a dog.
The WLF patrol the streets of Seattle with guard dogs, which are capable of detecting and following you, even while in cover.
You think this guy's connected to the
They can pick up your scent and alert their handlers to your presence. Listen mode will reveal your scent trail, so keep moving and cause distractions to avoid detection.
They could be hiding anywhere.
25 years after the pandemic began, the world is completely overgrown. Use tall grass to hide from enemies and go prone
Man, I
to
haven't
stay
played
out of
The
sight.
Last of Us. It's been a
However,
little since I
this
played the
form of
original
analog
Last of Us.
stealth
This gets me
means you're
so
never fully
excited to want to
hidden.
replay it.
If enemies get close enough, they can discover you, even in grass.
Look at how,
When Ellie is
how low
overwhelmed,
that camera
running
angle
away is a
That
viable
looks
option.
So cool.
You can also break glass or crawl through tight spaces to find new paths or areas to evade or take on your enemies. In
Jeez,
any given
she's
combat
stealthy.
situation, you can flee an encounter and re-establish stealth to regain the advantage. If you absolutely have to fight your way out, there are a variety of tools at your disposal. Ellie's more agile than most of her enemies. She can sprint and quickly dodge incoming attacks. Learning how opponents attack with different
see how they
weapons
kind of, like,
and mastering the
get
timing of your dodges
momentum
will
going
prevent
and
you from
stuff?
taking damage and create opportunities to counterattack.
Man, the
You can
way
use
just
throwable
the
items or well-placed
enemies
shots to stun
handle
enemies
themselves
before dealing a killing
They have
blow.
like real world weight to them.
Or using them as a shield to protect yourself or buy some time to figure out your next move.
Use them as a shield. What? God.
Ellie isn't always alone on her journey. Allies will take part in helping you navigate the environments, spot enemies, and meaningfully help you in combat encounters.
Dude, this looks so sick. So, I haven't been keeping up with much of the Last of Us stuff. I've been really trying to kind of keep distance at it. It's so just crazy to see that you're going to be playing so much of it as Ellie. Potentially all of it as Ellie. Whereas in
Between the
first
human
one, it was
survivors and the
mostly
roaming
Joel.
infected, there will be times where multiple threats are present, creating new strategic considerations and opportunities. You can choose whether to attack these opponents separately and directly,
I love this. I love when
or
games do stuff
find
like
ways
this.
to pit
Like,
them against each other.
There's ways you can sneak past them, or you can go head on, or you can distract them. I love it.
Flee as they
Games do stuff
fight,
like that.
or wait until their
Just gives
numbers
you
have thinned
options.
out
Gives you stuff
and engage
to
with whomever's left.
try out replayability.
Our goal is to create unparalleled attention,
We're gonna have
coupled
to
with
play
deep
this
systems that give
with
you
the
greater
lights off.
control and
Absolutely.
influence over your journey. As you play, you'll be able to invest in a broad collection of crafting items, weapon, and player upgrades through training manuals scattered throughout the environment and scavenging for ingredients. These skills and upgrade manuals cater to a variety of playstyles, and the choices you make will create your own distinct experience. We also wanted to extend
Wait,
that agency and
Did you see she
personalization to
literally
your
turned the light
weapons
on by
through our new
hitting the
workbench
switch?
system.
Just that attention to detail, man.
Scavenge
so
for
good.
parts to modify and improve your
Look at
weapon's
the
performance and
reflection of the
attributes,
lighting on the gun.
all of which are visualized and become part of your character.
Man, the way The Last of Us the first one, was able to just maximize the power of the PlayStation 3 at the end of its life cycle. Absolutely.
Survival will also
Feeling that
require using the
exact
parts
same
and
way
ingredients that you'll
about
find in the
World War II
environment,
at the end of the
which can be
PlayStation
crafted
4's
into a
life
wide
cycle.
range
Like,
of
this is
defensive and offensive items, like
the swan
proximity
song
mines,
of the
explosive
PS4 right
arrows,
here.
pistol
This is
suppressors,
incredible.
and more.
This looks incredible. Just like constantly amazed at video game advancement. It's so obvious to see.
All of these gameplay systems are meant to immerse you in the world and make you feel in lockstep with Ellie's emotional journey. As we've said before, this is Naughty Dog's largest, most ambitious game. It may seem like we covered a lot, but we've only scratched the surface of what it's like to play The Last of Us Part 2. We can't wait for you to experience it all for yourself on June 19th. Until then, here's an extended sequence of never-before-seen gameplay. Enjoy.
All right. My God, that one. After coming from Final Fantasy VII Remake, the water in this game just looks incredible. Like, that water just looks phenomenal. I want to go swimming in that water.
Did you find her yet?
Shit.
Escape while no one was looking. We're searching the area, just in case she's still around.
Isaac's not happy about it.
No shit.
Escape. What the fuck are they talking about?
Even like the filters for underwater look really, really cool. This game just looks incredible. Like in some kind of abandoned, flooded warehouse. Even the way that like light reflects off of the metal.
Don't make a fucking sound. Hands up.
Was she like playing
You know a girl named
a
Nora?
Game Boy or something? Switch?
Where is she?
In the hospital.
Where in the hospital?
Yeah, they're clearing out the upper floors. She's somewhere in there.
Ooh. Oh God.
That was dumb.
God, it just makes it look so stick. Like feel it. Ooh. Yo, this looks dope. I need to get my hands on this ASAP. Looks so cool.
Boat's away. Word is we're almost wrapped up.
Good. I got my girl waiting for him for Bob.
You shitting me? They put you with Joe again?
Upstairs.
Hey, we get the job done.
I bet you do. Oh, this is not fair.
I'm telling you, man. Data soldier. It makes these shifts so much easier.
Sure. I'll keep that in mind.
Fuck. Sounds like scars are getting closer.
That's some really freaking tall grass.
Executing those freaks.
Hey, did you hear why we're all
What's
getting
that?
called up to the fob?
Is that like a
I heard that
silencer?
Isaac wants us to retake all
Like
of
some kind of
downtown.
silencer gun? What?
I heard we might take the fight to them.
Super smart. That'd be a
No
great
way.
weapon to have in
Not
a
after what went
zombie
down last
apocalypse.
time. Even Isaac isn't that crazy.
It's what I heard.
All right, calm down.
Ooh. Oh, you even hear like the. Ooh.
Darling! Sticky tape from that way!
Second thought, man. Next generation of graphics for like this kind of killing. Ooh. You're gonna hear all the cracks and all the bones and all the blood splatters.
Fan out. Check the whole close-up. Someone's out there.
Oh, she got like a predator sense, right? The hearing. Ooh, do you hear like that dog? Ooh, the dog screeching. Poor dog, man. I mean, it would have eaten me, but. arrow through the back of the throat. Ugh. That'd be a shitty way to go, man. I mean, beep. That'd be a bad way to go. Ooh.
Just like that.
Right through what? Ooh. But you like hear the cracking of the skull as that bullet went through it. Good thing I don't got headphones on. Well, this is definitely rated M for mature. Ooh.
Saw movement.
I'll go check it out. I got you covered. Holy shit!
Ooh.
Over here! Drop her now, crook! Asshole!
Oh, what? Dude, why does she have like... Oh no, it's gonna... Ow! Ooh. Ooh, I'm getting like chills off of that one. Ooh. God, even like with the... Oh, the way the like spurts off her cheek. The bullet hit the door and like sandblasted off. Dude, the attention to detail is just... You can just tell how much time they put into like each one of these scenes. Like just moving from that door. You can just tell the attention to detail. It's crazy. So we're in some post-apocalyptic zombie world. We have two factions fighting over each other. Religious crazies and other crazies. And Ellie's stuck in the middle of it. I'm getting some like, yeah, definitely like BioShock Infinite kind of vibes off of that. It's not a bad thing either. An air duct? I like see the rust on it and everything, dude.
Maybe if you posted more guards, Abby would still be herself. What the fuck was Abby here?
I'm not stupid. You're gonna tell us where she went.
When Isaac talks to us about this...
I'm getting tired of this.
Nora. Nora! I'm not going down for her, man.
So sneaky. So quiet.
Don't scream. Put that shit down.
Just can't believe these graphics, man.
You remember me? Yeah. You remember me.
Oh god, that like acoustic guitar. Man, music. Oh, was that it? That couldn't have been all there. Oh my god, was that it? Dude. Holy crap. Wow. Captured from a PS4 Pro. That looked phenomenal. Like, wow. Wow. Yeah, dude, the graphics on that, the gameplay from that, just the texture detail. Holy crap. That just... I cannot believe games look like this now. I cannot believe we are in, 2020 playing games that look like this, man.
To the
Like, just the
infected.
quality of that.
Using them as a shield to protect yourself or buy some time to figure out your next move.
Man, this looks so good. This looks so good. I can't wait to see it. I can't wait to see the story.
Ellie isn't always alone on her journey.
I'm really kind of... I really haven't been watching many trailers. I haven't been reading much stuff on The Last of Us Part 2. I did kind of the same thing with, well, I did the opposite with Final Fantasy VII Remake. I kind of watched and read everything on that. But this one, I'm trying really hard to stay really far away from. This obviously was a lot of really awesome gameplay to look at, the world and the graphics, getting some of the lore behind the characters and where they're going. This just looks so good. And man, we're less than a month away. You know, this is going to be the swan song of the PlayStation 4. I'm impressed. I'm tempted to pre-order it. I might have to pre-order it. I might have to get this day one. So let me know what you guys think. Definitely comment below. Let me know, are you going to be pre-ordering this game? Are you guys excited for The Last of Us Part 2? If you guys liked the video, be sure to give it a like. Smash the like button, actually. It really helps me out a ton. Be sure to subscribe if you haven't already. I'm going to be doing a lot more of these reaction style based videos. They're a ton of fun. Really interesting. And then I just love to hear your thoughts. I'd love to get more out of you guys and see what all of your opinions are on this incredibly looking game. Wonder if this has to be ported on the PS5, right? Can you imagine this? 8K? It's gonna be insane, man. All right, everyone, that's all I got today. So thank you so much for watching. I'll be sure to catch you in the next one. See you, everyone.